Hi, this is Zach with the US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Wednesday, the 7th of February. Starting off with the S&P, which is in a rising trend channel from the end of October. What's amazing here is the way that even after all the gains, the market is holding steady at or near the highs. We're looking for the top of the channel there, 51.20, by the end of next month, while we're above the floor of the channel there, currently 48.60, and not really much to speak of in terms of support between that, well, current areas and that, but maybe 49 to 49.20, which was resistance on the way up, and recent support could be an area of interest if we have to dip, but otherwise looking for that 51.20 area near term. Moving on to the stocks, and starting off with new name, Adverum, and here a massive vertical move here with a gap to start the week, and really just breaking the old resistance there from last summer. The view at the moment is that while we're above the resistance on the way down around $2.20, we could head up to as high as $3 by the end of this month, and possibly much more than that. Could just be starting in terms of the upside there, even though we've already come up a long way. AI stocks are always of interest at the moment, and one of them is Bullfrog. Here the rug was pulled at the end of last month, but it looks like we found an old resistance line, but it's become new support around $3.80 and above the 50-day moving average there at $3.60. But at least while we're on the right side of $4, looking for a partial or even full retest of the $6 or the $8 peaks that we had last month. One area that the market could head back up to is the first gap down that we had there from around the $6.60 area, and hopefully that might be seen by the end of this month. Moving on to another winner, and here what's been a winner to date is Cirus Corporation, rising trend channel there since August, top of the channel there, $2.70, let's call it, and we're looking for that while we're above the 50-day line at $1.90. Ideally, we stay on the right side of $2, given the way that the $2.10 area was resistance on the way down and on the way up of late. Strange charting position coming up next with Fenbo. Here we haven't got much data, but we're guessing where the top of the channel is. The best guess at the moment is that channel that the shares are in is up to $10. So a late November resistance line projection. And we're looking for $10 while we're above the recent resistance there around $6.80. So not a bad risk reward situation if you believe the upper parallel of that uptrend line from the end of last year. Going on to Frontier Group, and here you can see rising trend channel base, the trend channel in place since September. Top of the channel, they're heading for $8. We're looking for that by the end of this month, while we remain above recent neckline resistance around the $5.60 area. That was resistance in December and also in January. Moving along to what looks like the sort of cleanest upside move that we've seen in the US Chartbreakers of late. On the Honest Company with a rising trend channel there from the end of October, and a rebound at and above the 50-day line and the floor of the channel there around $2.75. Above that, looking for up to $4.20 by the end of this month. So a nice, decent projection or price action there as well for Honest. Another stock of bullish intention at the moment is coming up next, and here we see that it is Immunome, and here a beautiful break to the upside within a rising trend channel. That trend channel probably from October, as obviously the general market trend channel is from. Top of that channel there heading for $32. We're looking for that by the end of next month, especially while we remain above recent resistance around the $19.40 area, that peak at the end of January. Next up is stock I looked at a few days ago, and it's back again, which is normally a good sign. Inhibikase. Here you can see that we've gone into a sort of what looks like a mid-move consolidation above the recent gap higher. Looking for a break of the previous target there, $3.25, to give us a fresh leg to the upside, and the upper parallel of that trend channel from September as high as $4.50 by the end of next month. And want to see the shares remain above recent support around $2.30. We haven't looked at the next stock for a little while, so it's good to have it back on the roster. Here we've got Luminar Technologies, and here another attempt at clearing the 50-day moving average for good. The 50-day line, the blue line there at $2.80. Above that, we're looking for the top of that rising trend channel base from back in October at $4.80 to be hit by the end of next month. The stock which is new to the Chartbreakers is coming up next, but hopefully it'll be a frequent flyer. Leslie's Inc. Here, rising trend channel base after the gap down that we had last July. Top of the channel there as high as $10, and we're looking for that while we're on the right side of $7, which has basically been the middle of the recent range we've had since the middle of December. On to Minerva, and here, good looking setup at the moment with the break higher within that rising trend channel from August. 3 very strong sessions this week. Top of the channel there heading towards as high as $17.50. We're looking for that by the end of this month. And obviously the more time we spend above the old resistance on the way down around $11, the better for this particular situation. That also ties in with yesterday's support at $10.95. Moving on to the last three, and the first stock is a bit of a celebrity, I think. Palantir. Here, a massive unfilled gap to the upside. We've already been looking more chirpy over the recent past, sort of nudging against that 50-day line, the blue line there, currently around $17.50. But the move higher yesterday suggested on the right side of $20, we could head up to that 2023 resistance line projection as high as $28 by the end of next month. A new name coming up, and here it is in the form of Sonida, Senior Living, a subject close to my heart. Here we've got a rising trend channel and a rather illiquid situation, but could still head up to $14 by the end of this month, while we remain above just the mid-December resistance area, around $1 lower than where we are now, around $10.25. Finishing off with the stock which I covered just a few days ago, which is Solowin Holdings, and here, strange pattern here. We've got a rising trend channel base, or a possible one, that is. Top of the channel, heading for $7.10. We're looking for that by the end of next month, while we remain above the 50-day moving average, currently rising at $3.20. So hopefully that will pan out after the rather sharp declines of the September period. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.